Hello there, my name is Russell and I'm an author. This segment I'm going to talk a little bit more about myself and a little bit my background of why I'm a writer. Now, during the day I play an executive chef / culinary instructor, but it took me a long time to get there. Now in my youth, or in my 20s when I was going to college, I didn't know where I really wanted to go. And I had been a server, and I said, well, I want to create those meals that are right behind that line. So I went to school, got my culinary degree, and I moved up. Now, I was an executive chef, executive sous chef, executive chef, and eventually I'm a food and beverage director for a contract management company. So I do have a background in culinary. I do have some skills. I love creating things. I love making new dishes, and again, I had staffs up to about 25, 30 people, and I was interactive. Now, where does the writing come from? Now, I always had been writing, always writing. I never told my friends or my family that I was writing, and in my middle school years, I should say, I wrote soft porn with a friend, I know, but I think it was that really ignited my fuel. In my 20s, again, as a chef and doing my thing, I always wrote, and I actually had a manuscript that I wrote. It was a very dark, disturbing story, but I finished it, finished manuscript. And I thought if I could do that, I could go further. So my next book, my first book, I should say, that I published, The Tale of Old Man Fisher, was born. Now, it's about this young boy trying to, trials and tribulations of youth, but also there's this mysterious old guy on the block, etc. It's my version of a B-rated monster book. But again, it's out there. I'm going to do some major editing. Anyway. What I learned from that book, again, when I wrote it all on legal paths. Imagine that. All on legal paths. You know how many legal paths that takes? Anyways. I never told my family, again, that I wrote. So I scribbled here and there and there. And then eventually I took my scribbles and I translated to a laptop. And I typed it all up. And then I eventually edited on my own. And soon, one day, I just said, oh, let's just publish it. Well, again, being a chef, I have thick skin, and I say, okay, whatever. I learned a lot. One big thing is about marketing and how to get yourself out there, especially as an indie writer. Two, that you need an editor. Your editor is your best friend. Now, I thought I could edit. Nope. Not at all. Even though I went to graduate school, nope. I cannot edit my own stuff worth anything. I can edit other people's stuff. But again, I guess I'm so attached to my material that I just don't see the bad. I digress. But as I wrote, I continued writing. I always liked writing. And I shocked my friends and family when I did publish. They're like, you're a writer? But anyway. So during graduate school, again, I went back to college and I dropped out of college because I became a sous chef, then an executive chef. Again, my career happened really fast. And I decided to go back to college, get my degree in sociology. And then in graduate school, I furthered it and I got my master's in sociology. Now, during my graduate studies, this is crazy, especially though they're in graduate school right now, I wrote. And that was like my study break, believe it or not. In between the heavy, dense material of reading, pamphlets, etc., papers, and composing my master's thesis, I wrote Gavin, which is right behind me. And soon, before I knew that Derek, his partner, would have a story. And of course, the whole overall arching story is about Quinn. Again, this started evolving. Now, am I still writing right now? Absolutely. I write as therapy. I write for fun. And I write for you. I think I have a really great book. If you enjoy horror, it's fantastic. My pre-warning is that it is not for the lighthearted. It's very explicit language, strong sexual situations, and strong violent scenes. That being said, I hope you got to know a little bit more about me. Again, you can visit me on Twitter at russell_.com because I love Twitter. Instagram at russell_writer. Facebook, Russell the Author, and my website, www.russelltheauthor.com. Thank you very much for taking time out to visit me, and see me on my next installment that's coming up. Have a fantastic day. See you then.